that I'm not part of the club. And a lot of you listening to me right here, right now, you're not part of the club either.
Their brand of politics, I guess.
But if you can't think for yourself, then you're not really free, are you?
No, you're not. You're not. But I've been excluded. I've been excluded on Oprah, you know.
On Oprah?
On Oprah, yeah.
In a surprising moment, Oprah Winfrey, known for her calm nature, was visibly shocked as Ice Cube revealed hidden secrets about Hollywood. His blunt statements exposed the realities of power and manipulation in the music and film industries, leaving Winfrey speechless. The tension between them has caught everyone's attention, making people question what really lies behind their public images.
What platforms have banned you?
I've been you know, I tried to go on The View. They didn't have me on The View.
Why?
Well, a few of the guests just really didn't like where I was coming from. So, or a few of the hosts, I mean. So that's what I was told by the producers. You know, I don't know if the producers was just copping out and using some of the hosts to not have me come on and explain myself, but I've been excluded. I've been excluded on Oprah, you know.
On Oprah?
On Oprah, yeah, I've been excluded. Yeah, man.
I would think you'd be the person Oprah would want to promote. I mean, you grew up in South Central, you were successful at a young age, you have dignity, you say what you think. Like, I thought that was the goal.
Me too. You know, I don't know what it is, but, you know, several of my, you know, I had a movie called Barbershop, you know.
Yeah, I remember.
That I wasn't invited to participate with the cast. I produced a show called Black White, and it was a very controversial show. And once again, they had the whole cast on, but I wasn't invited. And so I don't know.
On Oprah's show.
The controversy between Oprah Winfrey and Ice Cube started when Ice Cube claimed he was ignored by Oprah and The View due to his opinions. In an interview with Tucker Carlson, he said he tried multiple times to appear on The View but was rejected because his views didn't match the show's politics. He also felt left out of Oprah's talk show, pointing to moments like not being invited with the cast of Barbershop or his show Black White.
Wait, that sounds like right-wing extremism and whataboutism.
But I've been shut out. You know, some platforms will not have me on.
Why?
They don't like that I'm, you know, an independent thinker. I'm not part of the herd. I'm not part of the go along to get along gang, so to speak. So, you know, I'm an outsider. And so, you know, I'm not part of the club.
Ice Cube is shaking up the gatekeeper just by making appearances with Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, Piers Morgan. He's having an impact. He's normalizing a behavior of, hey, let me go sit down and talk with anyone and reject the programming that I can only talk with who corporate media, the Democratic Party, Democratic politicians, and social media tell me I can talk with.
Ice Cube has expressed frustration with what he calls an elitist club in Hollywood. He believes that because he refuses to follow industry norms and speaks his mind, he has faced obstacles in his career.
That I'm not part of the club. And a lot of you listening to me right here, right now, you're not part of the club either. And what I realized with the club is what makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of their fucking club. That pisses them off. What club am I talking about? I'm talking about the club of gatekeepers that we all got to deal with. You know who they are, and they definitely know who they are. A lot of people would be like, what? Who? Come on, man, stop playing. So, ever since I put out the contract with Black America, you know they've been with me. Here and there, this and that. But it's cool, you know. I expect that. You know, I've been working with, you know, on the big three for a long time, and you know how they've been with me with that. I done made it, you know, plain, simple, and clear what they've been doing. You know, the NBA been with us. Now, a lot of people might say, like, well, but Cube, you want to work with the NBA. Really, I don't give a fuck about working with the NBA. What I want them to do when I say work with us is to stop working against us. Stop doing that bullshit behind the scenes that we know you're doing. Mainstream media, you know, they ain't fucking with us. And that's cool. We can do it ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We still on the rise without these.
Ice Cube recently spoke out about Hollywood's gatekeepers, claiming that an exclusive group controls success and limits those who don't conform. He believes these barriers prevent real progress and keep people like him from reaching their full potential unless they follow unwritten industry rules. In response, he plans to launch the Gatekeepers podcast tour to expose these issues and promote transparency and independence in creative industries.
What am I gonna do to deal with these gatekeepers? Well, what I'm gonna do is go on the Gatekeepers podcast tour. And I'm gonna go talk to everybody, you know, and get a chance to get my message out to the people. Be able to let people hear from me, you know. And you know, you might agree, you might not, but the important thing is, you know, for me to go on these platforms, say what I feel about what I think. And, you know, some people may get pissed off because I'm going to talk to everybody. I'm not playing. And it's gonna be a crazy summer. It's gonna be fun. Appreciate y'all. Always support the big three. Hopefully I'm doing stuff that you guys dig. You know, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for people that's bored as in the summer with summer sports and want something cool like the big three. So here we are. Appreciate you.
Oprah Winfrey, known for supporting social justice and equality, has faced criticism for how she treats certain Black artists. Concerns have been raised about their compensation and representation in her projects, leading to questions about fairness in the industry.
This movie was important because it created a space and roles for a group of Black women.
Yes, and I would just like to say about this whole Taraji, you know, I heard I was trending yesterday. Because people are saying that I was not supporting Taraji. Taraji will tell you herself that I've been the greatest champion of this film, championing not only the behind-the-scenes production, but also everything that everybody needed. So whenever I heard that there was something that people needed, I'm not in charge of the budget because that's Warner Brothers. You know, that's the way the studio system works. And we as producers, everybody gets their salary. That's negotiated by your team. And so whenever I heard there was an issue or there was a problem with the cars or there was a problem with the food, I would step in and do whatever I could to make it right.
Taraji P. Henson pointed out that she and other Black actors, including those in The Color Purple, were paid less than their peers. This sparked backlash against Oprah Winfrey, who co-produced the film, raising concerns about pay disparities in the industry.
Well, Oprah Winfrey is hitting back at claims that she created a negative experience for the cast during the filming of The Color Purple.
Now, speculations started when one of the film's stars spoke out about being paid inadequately in Hollywood, as well as criticising production for making cast members drive themselves to set in rental cars. But the media mogul has shut all of those rumours down, saying there's no bad blood between the pair.
Ice Cube discussed how his independent choices like refusing the COVID-19 vaccine for a film role put him at odds with Hollywood's go along to get along culture. By partnering with Tucker Carlson, a conservative figure, he challenges the usual alliances in the industry. He has been outspoken about the need to rethink how media and culture are controlled by elite networks and entertainment.
Do you think that it's harder to be a man in America now than it was when you were a kid?
Yes. Saying what you feel, being yourself, is what they call toxic. You know, we shouldn't be called toxic for our instincts and for, you know, I was born this way. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Why can't we be ourselves? We were born this way too.
So there are some groups, like if I say I'm trans, and people say, that's great, you were born that way, we affirm you.
During his interview with Tucker Carlson, Ice Cube made remarks about transgender identity that sparked backlash. Though his comments were brief, some saw them as dismissive, especially when he compared identifying as another gender to someone wanting to be recognized as a different species, like a pigeon.
So there are some groups, like if I say I'm trans, and people say, that's great, you were born that way, we affirm you. But if you say I'm just a dude with male instincts, you're not affirmed, you're attacked.
Yeah, I mean, everybody doesn't really have to affirm you, you know? If I wake up and say, you know, I feel like a pigeon, I want everybody to treat me like a pigeon.
This analogy drew criticism, as many felt it downplayed the experiences of transgender people. Although Ice Cube did not discuss the topic in depth, some saw his comments as reinforcing stereotypes, adding to the controversy surrounding his interview.
Some people may say, whatever, Cube, we treat you like a pigeon. But some people may choose to be like, dude, no. That's your world.
Yeah.
I'm not part of it. And I have to be ready for that. It's a big world out here. Everybody doesn't have to adhere to me.
Oprah Winfrey has been a strong advocate for social justice, using her platform to address issues like discrimination and inequality. After George Floyd's death, she hosted specials featuring voices like Ava DuVernay and Stacey Abrams to discuss these topics. She has also spoken about her personal experiences with racial profiling and its impact on her loved ones.
If you got kids in college and the commencement speaker is likely to spew out woke rhetoric, encourage them to stand up and walk the hell out. That will be one of the best life lessons that you can give them before they head off into the world themselves. Play the clip.
You are the generation that is forced to depend on body cams to obtain justice. And even then, accountability, as we've seen again and again, can be so hard to come by.
Where's the accountability?
You witnessed the storming of the Capitol and the death of civility.
Oh,
You're acutely aware that voting rights are being gutted, women's rights are being dismantled, books are being banned, history is being rewritten.
It is funny to me that a lot of these people pushing these agendas are already filthy rich and largely unaffected by what they want the rest of us to comply with through either being forced to change or agree with. And it is so weird that the Dems seem to never be concerned about the real issues like inflation, high gas, foreign threats, and the crime.
Why do you think we're in a happiness slump in America?
Ooh, I will tell you, one of the most profound reasons, I think, is because everybody is looking at other people's social media, what they believe to be other people's lives, which is only a snapshot of other people's lives, and feeling envy about that. And one of the things that Arthur and I talk about in this book is that envy is the great destroyer.
The happiness killer.
It is the happiness killer. And so anytime you're looking at anything else with envy, you have already killed your own happiness or your ability to be happier in that moment and probably in moments.
Oprah has openly supported gender fluidity and the importance of self-acceptance, aligning with her efforts to promote inclusivity and maintain her image as a compassionate public figure.
You need to surround yourself with people who are going to stimulate, inspire, and lift you up, who are going to give you energy and not take energy away from you. And if you're around people who are taking energy away from you, that's an energy drain. And that is the sign from your instinct your inner voice, your intuition to say, let them go.
Wow.
Many critics, including rapper 50 Cent, have accused Oprah of disproportionately targeting black men in her support of the Me Too movement. He criticized her for highlighting allegations against figures like Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons while appearing to overlook similar accusations against white men in Hollywood. This has led to claims that Oprah's support for black artists has been inconsistent, sparking criticism from some in the black community.
I didn't have anything against Oprah.
You just called her a bitch.
I'm gonna tell you why.
You named your dog Oprah, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did.
That.
Look.
I remember that.
No, look. Every time she made a mention to hip hop culture, it was something that was wrong with it, and it was something that was on my CD that was the largest debut in hip hop album. You're looking at it and you're saying that everything that's wrong with our culture is why I'm a success.
Wow.
So when I actually got a chance to talk to her, she was like, I never thought about it like that. She's not where she's at by